Hello, everyone. Welcome to our very first episode of Confused. Today, I'm Anuditt Jain and I'm here with some of my very close friends. First of all, before a brief introduction, I would like to introduce you to our members. First, we have Shalika. She's she has an Instagram page where she posts about food. I think she loves a lot of food and I know her from a very long time. And other than that, we have been through many adventures. We have gone out a lot. And yeah, Shalika, how's that for an intro?
Hi, Anuditt. Such a lovely introduction. And hello, everyone. My name is Shalika Karn, and by profession, I am a social media uh, freelancer and a digital marketer. And I'm also an economic honor student, third year finally. And all I do in free time is drink coffee and do social media. That's it.
Okay, so for our other member, we have my brother from the same mother, Shreyas. He's very tech savvy, a little shy, and with a unconfirmed 152 IQ. Is that right, Shreyas?
That's very much right. Hello everyone, my name is Shreyas. I'm just like you, a confused person. I'm 20 years old, currently studying, completing my degree for bachelor's in computer.
and uh,
And yeah, Anuditt.
and yeah, other than that, we have Rishabh. He's one of my oldest friends. I know him from school. We have been schoolmates, and still, we are still those stupid friends that we were before. He's a very good writer and writes a lot of sketch in both Hindi as well as English. And I hope he provides a lot of entertainment for us today.
Well, hey, friends, and thank you, Anuditt, for such a lovely introduction. Actually, I'm very surprised that there are people out of their mind to listen to our podcast. I mean, well, obviously, I'm kidding. So that's what I do. No surprise if you hear me making some shenanigans in between. So please don't report me. It will be all in fun spirit. Okay. My name is Rishabh, and I hope you don't forget it. I hope that truly.
Yes.
Okay, so people, before actually start talking about some serious mofo serial killer COVID-19, I like to I like to make a suggestion or ask for your opinion about the sightings of wild forces back into our town and cities. Like there were reports of sights of ostriches in Australia, bears in USA, a crocodile in Italy, and leopards in India. So what do you say? Do we need a Tarzan in future? Because ladies and gentlemen, I'm very much prepared to drum roll my chest and save some pretty ladies from these wild forces. What do you say, Anuditt?
Well, about the need of a Tarzan, I wish I could have played that role much better for the world.
Yay.
Like, who doesn't wanna roam around in an underwear, swinging from forest to forest?
Not forest. It's in city.
Yeah.
But you are very tall for a Tarzan, don't you think that?
Yeah,
I don't.
he's so skinny, even tigers don't want to eat him. The best food for tigers will be me and Shreyas. What
Yeah.
about it?
Yes, I wish our viewers get that.
They would imagine 150 pounds, two guys with lots of weight and chest. But we have a one fit regime here, Shalika. Uh,
Hopefully, I am trying to gain some muscles. I'm working out in quarantine basically. So let's hope for the best. I gain on some weight. So yeah.
so
Oh,
finally we have on to our topic, quarantine.
yes.
Uh,
Basically, our first episode here is Quarantine. Before going into the discussion, I would like to give us a brief introduction about our idea and what
Mm-hmm.
do we want from actually with this project. So the name of our podcast is Confused. Now from a lot around 3-4 months, I have this idea in my mind where I feel that like myself, I meet very so many people around me every day where they are confused about very very small things related to what should they do in their life, what is happening around them, and what is happening with the world. Now the reason to bring out all my friends and work on this was to actually resolve some of those confusions of myself, and by side help all the viewers that are listening it right now, and actually provide some source of entertainment along with that. The main,
Uh,
yeah, yes, Rishabh.
no, I said okay. That was a very good. That was very good introduction to our, no idea, whole idea of confused. I hope you made clear what are we confused about.
Yes, I'll.
The first and the very foremost thing we are confused about is the difference between coronavirus and COVID-19. A lot of people confuse it to be the same, but it is not the same. I will tell you why.
Okay.
Shall I?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. First she said, "I'll tell you why." And then she's like, "Shall I?" Asking permission then.
Okay, so coronavirus is basically the family of entire viruses, okay, the coronaviruses, and 40 तरीके के होते हैं coronavirus, so
Oh,
don't confuse it for being one, okay?
okay.
And COVID-19 is a disease that is being caused by coronavirus, and COVID में जो D होता है ना last में D,
Okay.
that stands for disease basically. So COVID-19 is a disease, and coronavirus is the family of virus, and the virus that is infecting all of us is SARS-CoV-2. So
Okay.
that I think clears the
Okay,
doubt.
Shalika, are you
Yeah.
reading this from anywhere?
No, I'm not reading this.
Yeah, come
I
on.
read this पहले and मैं भी पहले ये बहुत mistake करती थी
No.
of calling COVID-19 and coronavirus, using it interchangeably, but it's not the same.
Yeah, but what
Yeah.
she's saying is right. A lot of people are getting confused because of that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
basically coronavirus is a family of viruses. What I got from Shalika is coronavirus is a family
Yes.
of viruses, and COVID-19 is the disease caused because of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Shalika, are you high on coffee? You sound like you're high on coffee.
No, I just had 2 coffee for the day. That's enough.
Oh,
Like,
that's it.
Yeah, so like to get the attention of all the viewers that are listening right now, so like we want to start with what still now has happened and what all confusions the people are having regarding what all is changing around us. So like for everyone, I think everyone knows about this. So currently we are going through a pandemic. India, day by day, we are getting more number of cases. The situation is getting worse. But now, with like around, like Rishabh, like we are in lockdown for like 2 months, right? It has,
Yeah,
yeah.
actually, most
yes, it has,
actually, it's been almost 2 months, man.
yeah.
And right now, what I'm doing is the guy who never washes his hands before eating is now sanitizing his hand while sitting idly. To get, I'm literally subconsciously I opened my sanitizer and just washed my hand, and
Well,
so
that is a
that is a panic. That is
yes.
a level of panic in people. Like people among like myself, I'm such a careless person. Still, I'm doing this. तो there are people वहाँ पे लोग हैं जो अपनी सेहत का पहले से ख्याल रखते थे और उनकी हालत क्या हो रही होगी.
Well, now
So
Yeah.
personal hygiene has become a like most important entity right now. More like the government itself is now like awareing people that you should be more responsible towards your personal hygiene. They want
ऐसा
कि भाई हाथ साफ करो,
हाँ
not just माँ बाप के कहने से.
हाँ
खुद की केयर के लिए हाथ साफ करो. को नुकसान नहीं है उसमें हाथ साफ करने से. ज्यादा ज्यादा आपका स्किन टोन चेंज हो जाएगा. Like I can see my hands have gotten fairer using sanitizer for a period of 2 months now.
तो शायद ये अच्छी बात है. लेकिन अगर ये छोटा सा लेसन सिखाने के लिए इतना बड़ा पैंडेमिक कर दिया हो, then it is a very bad way to teach us. Really. अगर ये हमें हाथ धोने के लिए सिखाना था तो बेटा ये नहीं करना चाहिए था.
Exactly.
But still, जो भी हो रहा है ठीक है.
Okay.
हाँ,
So like with the lockdown and all, now Indians are actually thinking about that. What is the next step forward? Is there a confusion on how are we going to deal with this? So like on the recent updates, we have heard that around like now what Indian government is actually trying to open up the zones. They're actually trying to provide relaxations because according to like our prime minister and our government, we cannot always stay inside our houses. There is a need to actually develop and open up our markets and survive around coronavirus. We will have to live with this situation going on. Like as a humans, we cannot stop developing ourselves.
The government
And a
has
lot.
created zones: red zone, orange zone, and green zone.
Yeah, so like for like everyone, like to get a basic understand, can you tell like what is the difference between orange, green, like in a very brief term, like how can one understand? Okay, this is a green zone and this is an orange zone.
Red zones are basically your hotspot areas in where no one can go outside, no one can come inside. You're not if you're getting any food or vegetables, you're getting it by the government. A specific vehicle or truck comes with vegetables in it, and you can only get some dairy products as bread, milk, and I'm not sure about others, but yeah, in red zones you're only able to do this. Your area is sealed properly and everything is sanitized.
Yeah, so basically, like
Okay.
the currently where I'm living, like this is almost like a red zone where the place that currently I'm living. So what I feel, other than that red zone, we have orange and green zone. So green zones are basically where there is no particular cases of COVID-19 currently, as what I think. Other
In
than
past
that,
21 days, in
yeah,
past 21 days, if there is been no active cases of COVID, then it is declared as green zone.
Yeah, one another thing I want to ask Rishabh, are you living in orange or green zone or red zone? What's your area
Whole,
like? And
the
same
whole
as
Delhi,
Shalika.
the whole Delhi is in red zone, man. The whole Delhi is in
Oh
red
yeah.
zone.
There is
Even even if
difference.
there are no cases in Delhi, can't.
okay,
Even if there are no
Yeah.
cases in Delhi, can't, they have put under it as the red zone because no one wants it, man. Because you know, people of Delhi, we are really socialistic. Even if they put us in orange zone, we will, fight back and
Mhm.
ask for room around. So the government doesn't want that. That it shouldn't spread around this area as well.
okay, like
Uh,
yeah, Shalika, go on.
so I was saying that there is a difference between the red zone and containment zone. What you're talking about, कि तुम्हारी society is sealed. So that is a containment zone, and entire Delhi is red zone. There are particular areas inside Delhi जहाँ पे trucks पे vegetables जाते हैं, जहाँ पे dairy products बहुत minimal level पे available है. But other than the containment zone, in the red zone also ज़्यादा market खुली ज़्यादा चीजें मिल रही हैं, and the market is ज़्यादा खुली हुई
Okay.
than the containment zone. Yeah.
Okay, so like Rishabh, on like the whole Delhi is in the red zone. So like I recently watched a press release from Arvind Kejriwal. So he's the CM of
Mm-hmm.
Delhi. So according to him, the whole Delhi should not be considered a red zone.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
According to him, he feels that there are like or not all the zones so in Delhi we have like South Delhi, West Delhi. So according to him, he doesn't feel that whole Delhi should be under red zone. But according to the guidelines sent by the central government, we see that the whole Delhi has been placed under a red zone.
Mm-hmm.
So like living in Delhi as Rishabh currently lives in Delhi. So what do you think? Is there a politic controversy that is happening between the central government or the state government, or like what do you think is happening actually?
नहीं यार, जो लास्ट मीटिंग हुई थी सब सीएम के साथ, तो पीएम ने अपने, कहना चाहूंगा कि अपने एक तरह से हाथ खड़े कर दिए हैं, क्योंकि सब स्टेट के इतने डिफरेंस ऑफ थॉट्स है. उन्होंने डिक्लेयर कर दिया कि अपने स्टेट वाइज आप रूल्स रेगुलेशन लगा सकते हो, पाबंदी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट में किसी तरफ से नहीं होगी.
Okay.
तो कुछ आप जैसे महाराष्ट्र है, वो तो बिल्कुल ही मर चुका है भाई, 30-32
Yes.
हजार के साथ. वो लोग
Maharashtra.
तो बिल्कुल नहीं खुलने चाहिए. वहाँ के लोग हमारे दूसरे इंडिया में नहीं आने चाहिए, ना ही हमें महाराष्ट्र जाना चाहिए. उसी हिसाब से गुजरात, और फिर तीसरे नंबर पर दिल्ली आता है. तो बात सही है कि एक दो जोन खोल रहे हैं, बट मैं कहूंगा कि अब भी थोड़ा और समय लेना चाहिए. बट उनका एक और है कि अगर हम खोल के देखें तो पता चलेगा कितना फैल रहा है. इसलिए उन्होंने मेट्रो खोलने की भी बात कही है, कुछ बस सर्विस चलाने की बात कही है.
Yeah.
इससे पता चलेगा कि अगर हमने खोलना शुरू किया तो कितने स्प्रेड होंगे, जिसके लिए वो प्रिपेयर्ड है. लाइक ही सेड, ये बढ़ेगा, मुझे पता है ये बढ़ेगा, लेकिन हम लोग प्रिपेयर्ड इन हॉस्पिटल,
Prepared
इन
है.
हाँ हॉस्पिटल, बेडशीट, मतलब सारे जितने भी होते हैं चीजें, मेडिकली वो लोग इक्विप्ड है. ये उनका कहना है, बस ग्राउंड रियलिटी क्या है, घर पे बैठे हैं, मुझे भी नहीं पता यार
Yeah.
कि क्या होगा या नहीं.
Yeah, that is true. So like basically, like as of the time of recording, I think Maharashtra has over like 22,000 cases. Maharashtra in itself has over
Yeah.
22,000 cases. So like it has become a very severe hotspot.
Huge hub of
Yes.
Leave,
coronavirus.
leave Maharashtra, entire Mumbai, the part of Mumbai, it has 18,000 something
Oh,
cases
so like
going on. Like,
okay, I did not know that. Okay, so that is pretty serious for Mumbai. So like
Yeah.
yeah, so
yeah.
for like other than that, so like what I wanted to like you said that government is now trying to open up things. Okay.
हाँ.
So like what do you think is like the first step that they should take? Like the first step that is necessary for this plan to go ahead. Like ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि उन्होंने लॉकडाउन खोल दिया. Like they can see, we all know that the government cannot open the lockdown entirely on a single day. We do not want 130 crore Indians to go on the road on the same day, because
Same day, yeah.
that will cause utter chaos. So, like, what do you think is like the first step the government should take that this process can be implemented in a very efficient way?
First, open essential services. Like, okay, one big thing. I know it's not a very big complaint people are having, but still, I think people are saying that कि गर्मी आ गई पर कपड़े नहीं है.
Okay.
हाँ.
Shalika is the first
It's
one
not.
to speak.
I know, like, I know it's people think oh, it's a rich person problem or anything, but it's not like that. People literally, there are people who need clothes for summers.
Okay, so like we and you, we buy clothes directly, usually from local markets and
Yeah.
from malls. So do you
Yeah.
think like opening the malls is the right thing right now?
No, not opening the malls, but local markets and online shopping. Like,
Online shopping.
yeah, it's
Okay.
पर उस ऑनलाइन
You know-
शॉपिंग को जो डिलीवरी करेगा उस बंदे के बारे में तो सोचो, वो कितनी जगहों से गुजरेगा यार. अगर उसके हो गया तो सारे डिलीवर करेगा, उन्हें होगा या नहीं ये कैसे
See,
पता
that
चलेगा?
is
no, but that's like safely deliver. Yeah, this is the one thing in US. There are a lot of cases right now, and everything. But the one thing they keep going on is people can buy stuff from online and they're doing safe deliveries, in which the guy is not even going to the up their houses. The guy's keeping the packages on the road, and the people are coming and taking afterwards. The guy goes
the
away.
biggest issue in
तो ये
the biggest issue in
तो ये उस गेम की तरह, तो इस गेम की तरह हो जाएगा, जो पहले सामान लेके आया ये उसका हो गया. मैं तो अपने पड़ोसी का ध्यान रखूंगा, अरे आ गया ऐसा भाग के जाके उठा के अपने पास आऊंगा, वो मेरे पास आएगा तो मैं खास दूंगा उसको.
that is the thing in India. To make it happen, like first we will have to like worry about that the package doesn't get stolen.
है कि नहीं?
Yeah.
वो सड़क पे रखे रखे कौन ले जाएगा पता भी नहीं चलेगा भाई.
Yeah, like I will tell you a story about like stolen things. So I had a friend in college. So basically, he used to come on a scooty to attend his classes. Okay. So one day after attending all the classes, like we were going to the parking spot, and we saw that someone has stolen the front tire of his scooty.
It takes a lot of time to take out the front tire.
No.
It's not even a 10-minute or 20-minute
Like
thing.
what is the like? I'm trying to think from the mind of the person who stole the wheel. Like what was going in his mind? Like like उसको एक ही wheel चाहिए था या फिर उसको
भाई पंचर हो गया होगा, पंचर हो गया, स्टेपनी के नाम पे दूसरे की उठा ली उसने.
But still, yeah, the front wheel, it's not easy to take it out.
Yes, so exactly. His front wheel was taken out, and like I was wondering.
Indians never do easy task, man. Never do.
That
Even
is
in stealing, वो चुराएंगे जो
That is
बहुत
true.
मुश्किल होगा. है कि नहीं? इसलिए फ्रंट टायर के लिए गया वो.
Yeah.
Yes. So like coming back to the topic, like what should be I personally feel that the first step is like if they are trying to provide relaxation on the lockdown, what I feel is that the first step they can do is like, so we have green zones, right? Where for last 21 cases we haven't had any new cases for COVID-19. So what I can do is that they can try these relaxation techniques in these green zones. Because what I feel is like obviously there were no cases for 21 days because most of the people were at home. Okay, so there might be some people who are asymptomatic people who are carriers of COVID-19, but they themselves don't do that. The biggest issue with this virus is that it takes a lot of time to produce symptoms in a person's body.
Yeah.
So it is very difficult to track. Now India itself is very lacking behind in testing. Given now we have moved to 1 lakh testing per day, but still India is very India cannot test. Like I have seen reports of like the people are being sent to go without any testing. They're like, you don't have any symptoms, go. There's no need for you to take a test. So this is the level.
Yeah. They are doing it, and one of my friends, she used to work in a company जहाँ पे साथ में there was a Chinese company, and she went to the government and she went to the doctor asking कि मैं test करो. I have the same office building as the Chinese people, So they were like, no, you don't have any travel history. We will not check you and that stuff. So this is what is going
Yeah,
on. Like
biggest
वो
yeah
check करने
yeah
से ही मना
biggest
कर रहे हैं.
biggest issue is that India doesn't have that much testing kits. They are still
तो यहाँ पर भी जुगाड़ कर रहे हैं कि 14 दिन तक तुम्हें खांसी बुखार नहीं हो रहा तो तुम जा सकते
हाँ
हो.
यहाँ भी
कितना बढ़िया तरीका है यार, कितना माइंड ब्लोइंग मैन, कम ऑन.
like
But at the
तुम्हें
same
कुछ नहीं
time,
हुआ,
I think so.
2
Like,
हफ्ते से अच्छा खा पी रहा है, जाओ घर जाओ बेटा तुम.
but at the same time, India has limited tests. So like, doctors are gonna say that if you don't have symptoms, don't take the test.
अरे कम ऑन मैन, इट्स डिफरेंट फ्रॉम डिफरेंट पर्सनालिटी टू डिफरेंट पर्सन, टेक्स डिफरेंट टाइम. क्या पता उसके टेस्ट में आ जाए, उसे दिख नहीं रहा हो. खांसी बुखार सिर्फ इसका एक सिम्टम है, वो भी
But
कह नहीं
वही
सकते
तो,
ना.
इतने टेस्ट है नहीं ना कि हम हर एक पर्सन को टेस्ट कर सके.
yes
लिमिटेड टेस्ट है, तो डॉक्टर्स को जब कंफर्म लगता है कि हाँ इसको हो सकता है कोरोना वायरस,
yes
तो ही वो
that is some
टेस्ट कर रहे हैं.
वो कहीं ना कहीं एक ड्रॉबैक है with our
हाँ.
like medical infrastructure. What is India is trying to deal with. So like we recently got a huge package of rapid testing kit from China, but you
हाँ.
like we all know that those testing kits like came out to that package came out to very unsuccessful. Most of the kits were defected, and yeah, so like India is trying to get more and more testing kits and make the process of testing and contact tracing more efficient. But along with that, still the major concern with the government is that it's not able to understand how to have an exit plan from this lockdown. So
Yeah.
like around like from 2 days on now, we are about to get the new guidelines for our lockdown 4.0.
Yeah.
बट एग्जिट प्लान करने से पहले हम बिगनिंग पे जाना चाहूंगा, जब मार्च की बात थी
Okay.
और जब भी लॉकडाउन का नया शब्द हमारे जीवन में आया, और मैं सबसे पहले इसी बात पे कंफ्यूज था कि आफ्टर इमरजेंसी इन 75 वी हैवंट सीन एनी कर्फ्यू इन एक्सेप्ट कश्मीर, वी हैवंट सीन एनी कर्फ्यू इन एनी स्टेट, एनी पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया. तो अचानक से लॉकडाउन जब लगाया तो मुझे समझ नहीं आया कि क्या पावर है क्या ऐसा कुछ करने की गवर्नमेंट में.
No.
तो मैंने पढ़ा तो हाँ, देयर आर आईपीसी की धाराएं हैं जिसमें तहत उन्हें ताकत दी जाती है कि हमें लॉकडाउन करने के अपेक्षित है. कोई भी इमरजेंसी और ये मेडिकल इमरजेंसी के तहत आ जाता है.
Yeah.
तो ये तो था, बट अचानक से लगाने की वजह से मुझे कहानी याद आई. जो लोग फंसे हुए थे यहाँ वहां, जिनका असली घर नहीं था, वो किसी काम से कहीं और गए थे, वहां फंस गए थे, उनकी कहानी
And
है.
I remember Rishabh, you were going to Chennai somewhere,
हाँ
Tamil Nadu
हाँ,
somewhere.
18 तारीख को मेरी फैमिली ट्रिप पे जा रही थी, 18 मार्च को. बट यहाँ पे पड़ोसियों ने, हमारे घर वालों ने मना किया और मैंने भी मना किया. बट पापा वाज लाइक, क्या यार, चाइना का वायरस यहाँ कैसे, कम ऑन, तो चलते हैं ये वो. बट फिर किसने रोका? ट्रेन ने रोका, बिकॉज वो अपने आप कैंसिल हो गए. जब ट्रेन कैंसिल नहीं होता तो हम पक्का चले जाते हैं, और फिर हम लोग जो हमारी मर्जी वो
Yeah.
हमें पता है. तो ये तो शुक्रगुजार है कि ट्रेन अपने आप कैंसिल हो गई. पहली बार खुशी हुई हमें कि ट्रेन भर गई.
मेरी भी
March,
मेरी भी होती
in like in March, one of the big reasons I think so the spreading of this virus happened is because people were taking it as a joke.
Yeah, that is
हाँ.
the biggest reason. This is what is happening to America right now. Still right now. People
क्या उन्हें 10 लाख, उन्हें नंबर नहीं दिख रहे क्या अपने 12 लाख?
no like
क्या
see
अभी भी जोक कैसे लग सकता है
see
यार?
for their own president this is a joke. Is the like Donald Trump main focus is right now how to make this all fault of China, all about China.
Yeah.
For him this is just a Chinese virus.
जो उन्हें मार.
और खुले में बोलता भी है, खुले में
हाँ.
बोलता भी है, हाँ, because that came
Yeah.
from China. Like it's ridiculous.
Like he is a president of the most considered like US is considered as one of the most powerful countries in the world.
खुद ही कंसिडर करते हैं
Yeah,
भाई.
But okay, I have one question for
खुद ही
everyone.
Yeah.
कंसिडर करते हैं.
Yeah.
So do you think it's China's fault, this virus? Do you think it's China's fault?
See, this is very controversial and like you need to have a lot of facts and like accurate facts to actually like back any like if you are
Yeah,
for
because in India also like the
Actually,
main thing youth are like, okay, youth is also saying that like China की गलती है, China की गलती है.
see
ठीक है बाबा, अगर मान ले चाइना की गलती भी हुई तो हो गई ना, अब तो गलती, अब क्या कर सकते हो?
Yeah.
एक चीज है,
No,
सॉल्यूशन
yeah,
लाओ ना।
yeah, that's
अगर इल्जाम लगाने से ये वायरस ठीक हो जाता तो कम ऑन, मैं सब पे गाली देने शुरू कर देता हूँ।
Yeah.
अगर ऐसा सॉल्यूशन है तो सबको गाली देना शुरू करूंगा, बट ऐसा नहीं
Yeah,
हो
yeah,
रहा ना।
that is, yeah,
वही.
this is
अब
the
वो
same ideology what the people of US are trying to tell Donald Trump. The Donald Trump in every press conference is just battering about China. That China is this, China is that. Even the reporters are asking him, sir, what are you doing for saving this country?
हाँ,
Like like saw a press conference. So in that they saw that, so in Vietnam War, okay. So in Vietnam War, 58,000 US soldiers died. Okay.
हाँ,
And because of coronavirus, already 80,000 people in US have died.
हाँ,
So like she asked Donald Trump directly, like she asked him, like, how can we elect a president who let more people get killed than how many people are killed in Vietnam War? And like he just said no comments. Like he's the president of the most superior country in the world, and all he has is like bash China and make sarcastic comments in a situation when
हाँ,
people are dying.
हाँ, तो अभी इलेक्शन हो रहे हैं ना वहाँ पे, तो पता ही चल जाएगा क्या होने वाला है। और इलेक्शन से याद है, इलेक्शन कैसे करवाएंगे भाई वहाँ पे? ऑलरेडी इतनी ज्यादा जहाँ पे जहाँ पे
ऑनलाइन।
ऑनलाइन इलेक्शन, कम ऑन, यहाँ पे धांधलेबाजी। वो फिर ट्रम्प जीत जाएगा बिना कहे, इलेक्शन लेने की जरूरत कहाँ अगर ऑनलाइन हो गया
Yeah, that
तो।
is true.
और फिर और अमेरिका में बहुत
That
गलत
is true,
गलत हैकर्स
obviously.
हैं, सही में। दे आर वे क्वालिटी हैकर्स है जो अपने नासा वगैरह के कंप्यूटर्स को हैक कर लेते हैं यार। फिर तो ये इलेक्शन के रिजल्ट तो खुद को बना देंगे भाई, रॉक को बना देंगे। रॉक का सुना है मैंने
Dwayne
कि
Johnson.
हाँ, ड्वेन जॉनसन को बना देंगे
I will
प्रेसिडेंट
vote.
अगर ऑनलाइन
I
इलेक्शन हो
will
गया
vote for Dwayne Johnson. I will.
Yeah, I will vote for.
अब मैं
हम लोग है नहीं, हम लोग इक्विप्ड है नहीं वो करने के लिए, ठीक है चलो।
पहले ग्रीन कार्ड चाहिए.
Yeah, like so, like the broad term that is coming is like how are we, like we need to start now living with this situation around us.
with the situation. Yeah, so with COVID-19 ऐसे फैल रहा है, तो a lot of people are getting used to it and are trying to adjust the situation. For example, आज ही मैंने एक I saw an ad mad over marketing का. There is a restaurant in Amsterdam. What they are doing is they are building a greenhouse restaurant kind of a thing with glasses and everything, where only friends and families are allowed to dine, and the waiters are not touching the guests, and they have entire वो बोलते हैं suit जैसा clothing, so that the virus is not spread. So and this is being tested. If it succeeds, then it is possible that we'll have such restaurants in India as well and in different parts of the country. So with as the time calls in for, like, we have a lot of new ideas coming up, emerging up with and not only restaurants, we also see a lot of self-help groups that are emerging in different parts of the country. New York maybe here in India also, there are a lot of people who are coming to help those who are in need. जैसे children हो गए who used to go to school for midday meals and something, they're not able to get meals right now. So there are people who are delivering tiffins to those children and groceries to the old age people who are not able to go out.
मैं कहना चाहूंगा वेटर ना छुए। ये तो कोविड के पहले, कोविड के बाद भी नहीं होना चाहिए भाई।
Yes,
क्यों छुएंगे भाई? हमें वेटर नहीं छूना चाहिए भाई। हम लोग नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इवन इफ इट्स ब्यूटीफुल। नहीं तुम खाना परोसो मुझे सिर्फ।
Yeah, so like restaurants and like the restaurants and clubs are the most one of the most affected businesses currently because of COVID-19, because they all worked on the principle of socializing, and now every person on earth is saying social distancing.
सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग। तो
Okay, so
कुछ चीजें हैं बिजनेस है जो ठप हो जाएंगे।
Yeah.
क्योंकि सब चीजें पब्लिक प्लेस में ही होती है यार। हमें घर पे सोने और खाने के अलावा सारा काम तो बाहर ही होता है। आज तक हमने दुनिया में सब कुछ बाहर ही देखा है, खाना पीना, जिम, स्विमिंग पूल, थिएटर, मूवी, सारी चीजें ठप हो जाएंगी अगर हमने कुछ किया नहीं। अगर
इसी बात पर एक क्वेश्चन है कि तुम्हें क्या लगता है कोविड-19 के अगर जाने के बाद या वैक्सीन क्रिएट होने के बाद भी ये मतलब इफेक्ट होगा इसका कुछ लोगों पे कि वो नेचुरली थोड़ा और क्लीन रहेंगे या पब्लिक में दूर रहेंगे?
See, like this is not like we should not expect, like this is a necessity now. Like what you see in Japan, South Korea, in China, those people have adapted themselves because of these pandemics. उनके natural lifestyle में है to wear mask, to wear gloves
Yeah.
at situations, sanitize their hands, keep a more well-developed personal hygiene. So, like according to this, almost all the countries in the world will have to adapt this because like coronavirus is not going in 2 or 3 months. It will
तो
take time.
तो आप इमेजिन करो भाइयों, जब लड़के वाले लड़की को देखने जाएंगे तो घूंघट नहीं उठवाएंगे, मास्क उतरवाएंगे। ये हालत होने ये हालत
पहली
होनी।
बात तो अब दूल्हा दुल्हन कहीं मिलने नहीं जाएंगे, सब ऑनलाइन होगा।
ऑनलाइन
ऑनलाइन
होगा।
अच्छा,
होगा।
वही वही ऑनलाइन ही मास्क
हाँ।
उतरवाएंगे, वहां पर भी कोई बात नहीं। वही बोल रहा
बिलियन
है, जरा
डॉलर
शहर।
आइडिया। अभी ऑनलाइन वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग एप्स बना
Yes,
दो
now
Sharma.
video
बस।
conferencing apps are now like booming. Their stocks are on all-time high now.
जूम
हाँ.
फिर नेहा
मतलब।
फिर नेहा धुपिया अपने पांचों बॉयफ्रेंड के साथ एक साथ बात कर सकेगी, है कि
True,
यस
नहीं?
यस।
true. That's very true. That's very true.
तो अच्छी बात है, कौन है, हम तीनों इंजीनियर्स हैं और हमारे पास इकोनॉमिक डेवलपर है, तो हम
She
बना
is
सकते हैं
going
चालू
to
मिलके।
focus. अगर तूने ये सुन लिया, ठीक है, but won't talk about it.
अरे क्यों नहीं, अरे कैसे नहीं भाई, फ्री स्पीच है, वो कुछ भी बोल सकती है लाइव टेलीविजन
इट्स
में।
हर चॉइस।
मैं
Yeah, it's her
हाँ, इट्स
choice.
हर चॉइस, देन इट्स माय चॉइस। क्यों बे,
Yes, yes.
ऐसा क्या है, अगर उसकी चॉइस है 5 बॉयफ्रेंड रखने की, मेरी चॉइस है उसे मीम बनाने की, ठीक
No, no, that is
है।
true.
But yeah.
है कि नहीं, फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच सबके लिए इक्वल है। अगर हम लोग किसी भी तरह से किसी व्यक्तित्व पे सवाल नहीं उठा रहे हैं, तो फिर वो ठीक है, उसके चरित्र पे लालछन नहीं लगा रहे हैं, तो फिर सब कुछ बोलना सही है। मैंने क्या गलत बोला?
Free speech has its own guidelines. Like I know, like free speech means that anyone can speak at any instant, but that should not involve like criticizing someone ethics, morals.
हाँ, वही तो बोल
Yeah,
रहा हूँ कि आपकी फिर संस्कार का आता है ना।
yeah,
हाउ यू आर डिसिप्लिन्ड इन योर लाइफ विल टेंड टू हाउ यू स्पीक इन
yes,
पब्लिक।
yes.
तो जो भी आपने सीखा है, आज तक पढ़ा है, उससे इस्तेमाल करके कुछ बोलना चाहिए। और मजाक में है तो जस्ट किडिंग या नो ऑफेंस बोल देना चाहिए, तो जैसे मैं बोलता हूँ हमेशा, बट आई मीन इट।
ओके ओके, वी आर गेटिंग टू ऑफ टॉपिक। यस।
See,
like the,
regarding all like this is like okay, like we can take it as a joke, but like the major concern right now that everyone is confused about is like what are we gonna do about our future? Like you can see that the unemployment rate are on peak. People
Yeah.
are losing their job left and right. Like PM Modi came on the news and said, please do not fire people. Please provide them
हाँ,
salaries. But we can see that that is not happening. Cause
कैसे करेंगे? सैलरी प्रोवाइड करने के लिए उनके पास खुद पैसा होना
yes,
चाहिए, खुद पैसे के लिए प्रोडक्टिविटी होनी चाहिए।
yes.
जब सामान ही नहीं बिकेगा तो कहाँ से पैसा, काहे का
Now
पैसा?
okay, I have a question for Shalika. Shalika, you're graduating from your college this year, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So so
Yeah, it's a
what's like
sad.
condition? What's the condition like for you? So like, what are your college saying? That what's going to be the future? What's going to be their future plan?
The thing is that they're ready to take online exams without even completing the syllabus. ठीक है, तुम हमें डिग्री तो दे दोगे, but what about the half the semester that you did not teach us? Our education is incomplete. You are not thinking about that, and then we are going to serve an economy with recession, and that is really hard for us. And all the harsh techniques of gaining, recovering from the recession is going to be applied on us. So it's very unfair on our part, I feel, and I cannot do anything but cry over it. I don't know.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
like education has taken a major hit because our Indian education was nowhere prepared to move to an online platform for teaching many
हाँ यार,
people. Because still in our country, like around 30% of people do not even have internet.
पता
Yeah.
है, इंडिया में 2 चीजें पे ही बहुत बड़ा बड़बाब या फिर होता था, वो था मंदिर और स्कूल। वो साले सबसे पहले बंद किए हमने। मतलब सबसे ज्यादा एजुकेशन पे पैसा और मंदिरों में पैसा, और मतलब सारे रिलीजन है, सिर्फ मंदिर नहीं, सारे रिलीजन में ट्रस्ट भर दिया। और दूसरे इंस्टीट्यूशन, कॉलेजेस, सब इन्हीं दो से बहुत बेसिक। हमारी इंडस्ट्री थी, मैं वर्ड सही में इस्तेमाल कर रहा हूँ,
Yes.
हमारी इंडस्ट्री थी दोनों, लेकिन अब ठप हो गई है। तो हमारे पास गलत रिसेशन आने वाला, हमारी
एक तो
इकोनॉमी डगमगा जाएगी इसके बाद तो।
एक तो ये भी बहुत बड़ा पॉइंट है, डिजिटल इंडिया टिकटॉक पे आके रुक गया, वो ऑनलाइन क्लासेस तक पहुंच नहीं पाया।
Yes. Yes. That's very true.
Damn, burn!
So that is
और मेक इन इंडिया का सिर्फ ये इतना रह गया कि लड़के लोग श्रृंगार पहन के अब वीडियोस बनाते हैं, वही मेक इन इंडिया रह गया है। इसके आगे बढ़ा ही नहीं
so like
कभी।
obviously with this India has learned a very good lesson. कि yes, technology is more up. Like अब आप देखो, all the people of India are now believing in science, in believing in
Mm-hmm.
technology. Their all faith is in the science ki yes, they will provide us a medicine, yes, they will provide us a vaccine.
हाँ,
Now
अब
everything is like okay, only tech. See you, the Zoom and all these video conferences, these are possible because technology has developed that much in India. But
या
that also shows us that there's a very backlog that is still currently present in India. So with this, the second point, I feel that what the government should move ahead is like it should create more technological environments now. It should provide.
बट
Mm-hmm.
इन्वायरमेंट बनाने के लिए वो लैब्स और वो एक्सपेरिमेंट करने के लिए वो चीजें उसके बाद पीछे लगा हुआ पैसा ये सब नहीं आ सकता यार। सबको अपनी जिंदगी का डर है। कैसे कह सकते हैं हम घर पे बैठे हुए कोई चीज कर सकते हैं जब हम चार लोगों से
No, no,
मिलेंगे नहीं।
no,
जब वो
no. See, technology has always moved forward. The biggest issue with technology right now is that we need that economic support from the government to create that infrastructure. That is what I feel is like one of the things that is blocking technological development in India. Because we are not foolish. Indians are very smart. All over the world, Indians are known for their smartness.
हाँ काफी स्मार्ट है। मैंने आज ही न्यूज देख रहा था, एक ट्रक ड्राइवर सारे मजदूरों को ले जाने के लिए दिल्ली से सिर्फ कानपुर तक 2-2 हजार रुपए ले रहा है और पीछे 50 लोगों को भर रहा है। वो 1 लाख रुपए कमा रहा है पर ट्रिप।
See that.
कैन यू
See
इमेजिन इट?
that is
कैन यू इमेजिन
yeah.
इट?
Like see that is a whole different topic to talk about. Like 'cause there are some conditions which makes them do all this. Like even the lower working classes who earn a daily wage, they are the most hit population in our country right now.
वही
And
बता रहा हूँ, लोग स्मार्ट तो हैं।
yeah, like yeah, like
कहीं ना कहीं सिचुएशन से
like
पैसे निकालने आते हैं
yeah,
उन्हें।
like the people like you and me, we are currently at sitting at our homes, and we are very less aware about the fact what is going on with them. For
हाँ
for them for them, the life has been hell for the last two.
It's Ajit, I saw a Twitter page. It was trending that a man he stole a bicycle from a person to get to Bareilly, and he had a paralyzed son, and he left a heart. The letter was so heartfelt. He read, "Ki I'm sorry, I don't have any other means to go, and my child is paralyzed. How else do I go? So, अगर हो सके तो मुझे माफ कर देना." ऐसा something he wrote, and that made me think that कि how much difference is there between the rich people who are sitting there with 7 Audi cars in their homes, and the people who cannot even go to their homes when they need it so much.
But
So
that's one thing, right? I don't think it's the government problem. Like government's not doing things for these. They're not helping these people.
You see, that is what.
कब कभी करते हैं, कभी करते हैं। ये सारे पैकेजेस नाम के होते हैं, सारे स्कीम सिर्फ नाम के होते हैं। अब इम्प्लीमेंट करने का मौका आया है तो नहीं कर सकते, कुछ खोखला है भाई। पूरा सिस्टम ही खोखला। पिछले 70 साल से वो ऐसे ही चला रहे थे। अब जरूरत पड़ रही है सही में, वो चाहते हैं करना फिर भी नहीं कर सकते, कुछ नहीं किया है कभी
वो
उन्होंने। कहाँ से आएगा वो पैसा जब उनके पास है ही नहीं? सिर्फ बोल देना, नंबर लिख देना पेपर में, और एक्चुअली में आरबीआई के पास होना में डिफरेंस है। तो है ही नहीं तो कर सकते हैं।
Yeah.
So like coming to a conclusion, like what I feel is I hope that everyone out there is safe, they're staying home,
हाँ
and for all those people who are who are daily wage people and are suffering, I hope from all my viewers and from everyone, if possible, help in any sort of way. Try to donate as anything you can. It's not like you always need to donate money. Try
या
to help them with food, water, clothes, because they are humans just like us who are trying to live a very happy life with their families, their sons, and their wife. Okay.
yeah.
मैं मैं कहना चाहूंगा, इस अमीरों के डिजीज में भी सिर्फ गरीब ही मर रहे हैं।
Yes, that is
ये हो गया है।
that is a very
Yeah, that's
sympathetic line. Like I feel very
मतलब
sad about that.
मतलब कि चाइना में एक बंदे ने बैट खाया, वहां पे यहाँ पे कोई प्रेग्नेंट बंदी मर रही है सड़क पे। उसका क्या ही नाता, उसने सोचा भी नहीं होगा, उसको पता भी नहीं होगा ये सब हो क्यों रहा है, क्या चल रहा
That
है,
is yes.
क्यों हो रहा है। बट इट्स लाइफ, इट्स वर्ल्ड, कि हम लोग कितने ज्यादा कनेक्टेड है। इतने ज्यादा कनेक्टेड, एक वायरस ने बता दिया कि एक से इंसान दूसरे इंसान को क्या दे
Like
सकता है।
I feel
तो यहाँ मौत
still
जिंदा है।
being so connected, we are still getting disconnected at every stage.
हाँ
I feel that like I hope that we get a solution for this and like the human life moves forward ahead with this. So yeah, So, like, I would like to conclude today's episode with this. I hope everyone had a good time and I was able to like solve any confusion that anyone had. Anything?
Yeah, and I just want to say to our listeners that I hope the audio was fine. You know, we are at our homes, we are at different places, staying safe, staying home. And one more thing to our listeners, you can listen this podcast at multiple platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast.
And
इसको
Yeah,
ऐसे इसको ऐसे सुनना भाई कि हम immature हैं, हमने अभी शुरू
yeah,
ठीक
we
है,
are
तो
just
हमें सपोर्ट
starting.
करना. We will get on. हम
yeah,
सोचेंगे कैरी मिनाटी को कभी बीट करने का, सोचेंगे कभी
so like
आएगा.
try to provide us with comments and like any sort and
Yeah,
yeah
critics.
any sort of feedback
Critics.
we will be happy to hear about constructive feedbacks on about anything we said wrong or like you feel that what we said is right, and we will meet you in the another episode of Confused. Thank you everyone.
Okay.
Bye,
Good
Yay.
guys.
night. Bye
Bye.
bye.